Hello all, welcome to another episode, and today I am with you again with another poetry from the textbook The First Flight. Okay, so today we'll be moving on to a very important poem, and everyone watching this video, you can very clearly relate it to your life. The name of the poem is The Ball Poem, and it is written by John Berryman. John Berryman is an American poet, and he was into a group of confessionalism. Now, what is confessionalism? Confessionalism means a person who's dealing with most inner thoughts. Okay, if you can look into any other poet, take an example of maybe a great poet of Robert Frost. Robert Frost has written the poem regarding two roads diverge into yellow woods. You know the poem very well, right? So in that poem, he speaks about the choices in life. Okay, it's into a different level. Over here, the poet is trying to speak about the innermost feeling of your life, which you might not even think it's a big problem, but everybody has to move through this particular period of life. Okay, and here the main thing what the poet is trying to say is there's a boy. I'll just tell you in a short summary and then we'll go line by line. There's a small boy. He was playing with his ball, and while he was playing with the ball, all of a sudden the ball just rolled down and fell into the river. So he was totally sad. So the poet was standing side of him, okay, and he thought, okay, it's just a ball. I can give him another dime. The word used over there in the poem is dime, like money, and he can get another ball. But then the poet thought, no, I'm not going to do that, because now it's high time the boy realizes the value of loss. There are things in life you might lose in your life. So over here, he's trying to take in the word called ball. Ball stands for the memories in your life which is just already gone, you can never get it back. Ball also stands for the loved ones in your life. After their death, it's gone. The memories you have with them will be there with you, but that particular person is gone. So I hope you understood the main content of the poem. Now we'll go line by line. What is the boy now who lost his ball? What is the condition of the boy now? He lost his ball. Okay, over here, if you can just look into the peripheral level, it's just a ball. He was playing with the ball and it just fell into the water. Okay, but the memories what the boy have with that ball, playing with that particular ball, he can never get it back. Maybe his childhood memories, everything is lingering over through that particular ball. Okay, that's what the poet is trying to speak. What is he to do? I saw it go. What? The technique of repetition can be seen quite over throughout. The word ball, the word what can be seen throughout the poem. What is he to do? I saw it go. So I is basically John Berryman, the poet. So the poet saw it rolling around and moving down to the water. Merrily bouncing. Merrily means basically very happily, very cheerfully bouncing down the street, and then merrily over there it is in the water. So I saw this particular ball rolling very happily, rolling around the street. It very clearly speaks about the boy's childhood also. Okay, during the childhood, what happened? The children are very happy. Okay, so they just happily move around and everything. But now what happened? That particular stage of life is over. So over here, the poet is also trying to speak about the child's childhood. When you lose a particular stage of your life, if you know the poem Seven Ages of Man, we know the Shakespeare is trying to speak about different different stages of life, right? For example, the infancy, then the childhood, then the lover's life, then the married man, the soldier's life, adulthood, leaning to death. So like that. So over here, the poet is trying to speak about the childhood. Okay, so the childhood, he used to happily go round and round the place and he was so happy. But now I can see that childhood is lost in the water, which means the complete childhood is over. Now he is moving on to the next level of his life. And there it is in the water, which means the childhood is over. No use to say, oh, there are other balls. You might think, okay, there are other stages of life, right? You have the soldier stage, you have the lover's age, you have the adulthood, everything is there, which means you have other balls, you have other memories. Okay, so all these things are there, but still the memory you have in that particular life, it's gone. And ultimate shaking, grief fixes the boy. Ultimate grief, that sadness or melancholy mood or sad, he was totally sad, that's there in his completely life. As he stands rigid, trembling and staring down, so as you don't know, oh my god, my ball has gone to the water. So he was standing there, he was trembling, means he was just shivering, and he was just staring. When he was staring, just having a look in the water. So he was staring at the water and looking down to the water. So he is looking at the ball. He's also looking for his past old childhood days, which is already gone. So he's trembling. Obviously the boy, when he moves to the next stage, maybe of a teenage or next age, he have that fear in his mind. Okay, now what is going to happen in this particular age of my life? Okay, that is the reason why he was trembling, he was shivering, and he was sad. He was not ready to leave his childhood days. He still just want to go about, loiter around and play, but now that's gone. Childhood days are gone. All his young days into the harbor. All his young days, means all his childhood days, are completely gone into the harbor. What do you mean harbor? Harbor, is a place where all the ships are docked. Okay, so over here the poet is telling, now your infancy age is gone, it's docked in the water, in the harbor, it's over. Now the childhood days, it's gone, it's harbored, it's in the water. Now the next stage. So harbor basically means where everything is being, where the ships are being docked, like the memories or the stages of your life are being docked in that particular area. Now it's over. Okay, his ball went, his childhood days are gone. Okay, so over here the poet is speaking about the childhood days, which is completely lost for this little boy. There are a lot of stages coming up in his life, but he can never ever get back those childhood days. I'm sure those students who are watching me, I would like to tell you, this is the best time in your life. You can never ever get this particular time in your life. Whatever it is, now you might be aspiring, oh, I just want to be in my college days, I just want to dress up and go to my college. Yes, you might think about that, but when you reach the college days, you think, okay, I feel that my school days were more better, less responsibility. But now the same thing the boy feels. He needs his childhood days, but now it's completely lost. He can never ever get back. All his stages of life have been completely harbored in the particular water. Now it's completely gone. Okay, so he's trembling, he's staring at the water, he's staring, okay, it's gone. Now a different particular time of life, part of life is going to come into my life. So boy was completely sad. Okay, so this is there in the first 6 to 7 lines. Okay, so now we'll move on to the second part of the poem. So I hope the first part is clear. Okay, you can find the technique of repetition as well as this another poetic device which I'll be telling you. So you can find a lot of words repeating, merely, what. Okay, so all those things are there with proper punctuations. You might feel that there is no proper stanzas in the poem, right? There's no proper stanza in the poem. It's just like one full verse. The reason is this Confucianist group of people, they had the liberty to write it anyway, because in the old school of method they said, okay, it should be a 4-line stanza, 6-line stanza. They were proper method, proper rhyme scheme, proper lyrical way to be written and all. But over here, if you can look into the poem in detail, you cannot find you cannot find rhyming words, you cannot find that poetical style of writing. That freedom was given to the Confucianist poetry. Okay, that is what you can see throughout the first part of the poem. Now we'll move on to the second part of the poem. So from that part of the poem will be a little more clear for you. Okay, in the first part of the poem, the boy has lost his ball, and now he's thinking about it. He's completely stressed, he's completely sad, he's in a melancholic mood. So all these things are there in his life. So now the condition of poet, now what will the poet do? According to the poet's point of view, we'll see into it. I would not intrude on him. The poet said, I'm not going to intrude on him, because a boy, he himself should realize that he should live his life on, like his life should move forward in spite of losing those memories, in spite of those people who has just left him. So he should know the pain. He should realize it is not a materialistic world, it's a possessive world. We have to know the pain of loss. So that's the reason why the poet did not intrude to him. A dime, another ball is worthless. The poet thought, okay, I'll do one thing. I'll buy him another ball. Okay, so maybe he can play with that ball. But even though he's playing with that particular ball, he has lost all his memories what he had with his previous ball. The whole childhood he was playing with that ball. Now it's completely lost. So even if I get a new ball, it is not going to replace what he had, the old memories what he had with the old ball. So it is completely worthless. Now he senses his first responsibility in the sense, now he senses the first loss of pain. Okay, over there I've written the word transformation. Transformation means transformation from childhood to the next stage of life, maybe a teenager. Okay, so that transformation is there. Now he can sense, he can understand, okay, there's some changes happening, I'm losing certain things, and he can understand that pain. Okay, in a world of possessions, nowadays we have a materialistic world. And for example, I'll give you an example. You have a mobile phone, iPhone 10. Okay, you have the phone with you. Nowadays we have seen most of the students spend almost their 20 hours at least with the phone. Okay, they go to school, they come back to school, and they are with their phone. They play, and when they are asked, they say it's googling and notes and all those kind of things. Okay, it's a possession. If something happens to the phone, then you are sad, you are so agitated, you are so you're sad, and all those things comes in. But you have to understand, it's just a materialistic thing. It can go and you can get another one. Okay, so you should sense that pain of loss. Okay, it's just an example. Okay, so like that, what I'm trying to say is, it's just a materialistic things, and materialistic things will be taken from us and will be given, but we should be able to overcome that loss and move our life forward. For this boy, it was the first time he's losing something, and this time he has lost his complete childhood, and the transformation has been explained. In a world of possessions, people will take balls, again the technique of repetition, will be lost always, little boy. So poet is trying to say, people will take your possessions, whatever you have, people will take it. It's not literally people taking things from you, but in a matter of life, you will be moving, like from your kindergarten, you move to your first grade, then the second grade. So whatever memories you had over there, it's completely taken. Okay, maybe you have spent wonderful days with the best teacher in grade 1, but now that's gone. Okay, people have taken, another children have come with that particular teacher. Now we are moving on. Okay, so people will take your things, all the materialist things or whatever your memories, everything is gone. You can never have a return to that. All these were the golden memories, but now it's completely gone. And no one buys a ball back. And even okay, now that memories have gone, you cannot give the money and get back those memories. Maybe those memories in your life might be through photos or videos, all those kind of things, but that's gone. You can't even buy back those memories. We can't buy back those childhood. Even though I remember one of the incidents what happened in my life during our school days, what we did was, after there was a reunion, after maybe 10 years something, there was a reunion, and reunion after 10 years, like few of my fellow classmates, they even tried to wear the school uniform and pin their hair accordingly, and all those things they tried to do. But they said, even though we were wearing the uniform and trying to be a schoolgirl, we're not able to exactly be a schoolgirl, because we cannot get it back. It's completely gone. Those memories are completely gone. Even if you pay for it, you cannot get it back. It's completely gone. Live your moment. So we cannot buy it with money. Money is external. Money is completely external force. You have your money, you buy your iPhone, you buy your DSLR camera, you buy your iPod, you buy your laptop, Apple Mobile, Apple Watch, all those things you can buy. But all those things are external. The memories what you have in your life is the most important, and you're not going to get it back in any way route. Okay, so, and no one buys a ball back. Money is external. Till there I hope it is clear. Okay, so over here he's in the first part he lost something. Okay, in the second part over here you can say he's not going to, it's the transformation of his life. Last few lines he's speaking about he is knowledge, he's learning something. We look into it. He is learning well behind his desperate eyes. He's completely sad, but although he's sad, he's learning something new. The epistemology of loss. Epistemology, the word meaning is the knowledge of loss. Now he can sense the loss. How to stand up, knowing what every man must one day know. Now he is learning, okay, now I've lost my childhood memories. He's sad, he's lost his ball, now he's crying. But in spite of the desperate tears, he's learning something new. And what is that he is learning? He's learning how to stand up. That is, how to move your life forward in spite of not having his childhood with him, instead of not having that ball with him, in spite of not having the loved ones with you. But still, the life should move on. And most know many days how to stand up. And nowadays, most of the people know how to stand up. You have to know. Basically, it's also speaking about the inner peace, what you need in your life. Okay, that inner peace you need. Whatever happens, whatever problems you have in your life, it all should move on. Because we have one particular goal in your life, right? That is to live a wonderful life. And that should be a goal in your life. Okay, so whatever things you are losing, the childhood or problems you're having, you're supposed to enjoy your life and move the next step very happily. Now, if God has asked you, if your parents have asked you to learn, your prime importance should be to learn. Yes, you might be feeling, no, I'm not able to enjoy the life like that. No, but now your prime focus being great in children, you have to learn. You have to do your studies well. After your studies, you move to your life, take a good career and then enjoy your life. Okay, so like that, whatever things you're losing, the beautiful memories of enjoying with your friends or whatever it is, you might be losing it. Yes, but in spite of losing it, you should know how to stand up. Okay, and move your life forward. Your childhood will move on, your teenage days will move on, your school days will go on. Although all these years are going and you might be desperate, the last day of your school, you are going to experience it. So during the last day of school, you might miss your friends. You might be doing your 11th and 12th in the same school, but that bunch of classmates, they might be the same people in your class. So you might be missing them, right? So those are the memories. So live your life and enjoy each and every memory in your life. And one more thing, as you can see throughout the poem, the poet is trying to speak only about one particular theme. Life is short. Enjoy their life completely well. You should never be a sorrowful person like, okay, I was not able to enjoy my life, but enjoy your life properly. Okay, I hope the poetry was very clear to you. Okay, here they are also speaking about the inner peace, okay, which you should have in your life. So I hope the poem is completely was able to understand well. So now we'll move on to the important questions as well as the poetic devices in the poem. So the first poetic device you have in this poem is anaphora. Now, what is anaphora? I'm sure everybody are familiar with repetition, right? Okay, repetition is the repetition of the words. Okay, so if you can look into the beginning of the poem, the first sentence begin with what? What is this? Second line, what? So repetition is the repetition of words. So in a line, 2 times the word is repeated. Okay, cut. Okay, the first poetic device is anaphora. Okay, so before moving into anaphora, you will be knowing what is repetition, right? So you can look in the second line, what is he to do? The word what is repeated twice. So that is a technique of repetition. So now you should not be confused with this. Repetition is the repetition of words. Now what is anaphora? Okay, anaphora is repetition of words in the first line as well as second line, the consecutive line. Okay, we can give an example. The first 2 lines is the greatest example. What is the boy now who has lost his ball? Second line, what what is he to do? So in the very first line also they began with what, in the second line also they began with what. So the consecutive lines, if the word is repeated more than twice, that is called anaphora. I hope it is clear. Moving on, next one, imagery. While reading through the poem like this, who has lost the ball, I saw the ball merrily bouncing down. So you can get that picture in your mind, right? That imagery, the ball bouncing and going down. So basically over here it is the visual imagery. Okay, so that's quite, you know, when you read something, when you get that picture in your mind, that's called the technique of imagery. Now, assonance. Assonance is repetition of the vowel sound. Okay, in this poem, in a particular line, just see this: boy, now, who, lost. The vowel sound O is repeated continuously in a line, right? It can be any vowel sound. Okay, that is called assonance. This can be something new to you, so add into your poetry devices. Okay, so assonance is nothing but the repeated use of the vowel sound O sound. Now, repetition I already told you, you know that well. Now, alliteration. Alliteration, you know, it is repetition of the initial consonant. Okay, so where by, a, ball, b sound is repeated, you know that well, right? These are the poetry devices, and if someone asks, there is no rhyme scheme in the poem, you can find even the full stop in the mid of the sentences and all. That's why I told the freedom which is given to the confessionalist poet. So, there is no rhyme scheme in the poem. I've written down the important 5 questions for you. So we'll move on to the first question. Why does the poet say, I would not intrude on him? The poet didn't want to intrude on him. The reason is because the poet thought, let him know by himself the sense of loss. Only if he is able to know the sense of loss, he will be able to overcome that. Over here, he has lost his childhood memories. He has lost his complete childhood. So now he's moving to the next stage of life. So poet thought, let him sense it, and he should be able to overcome that. No person is going to intrude onto you and tell you, okay, this is happening in your life. No one is going to intrude and tell you. You have to sense it and you have to move forward. That is why the poet didn't intrude to him. What does in the world of possessions mean? In the world of possession means the materialistic things, the luxury life. As I told you, the mobile, gadgets, all those things are luxury life. So in the world of possessions, okay, we will lose a lot of things like this, memories and our loved ones. So world of possessions basically means materialistic things or luxury things. What is the theme of the poem? I told you over here, basically the theme of the poem is, it's your life. Life should be enjoyed. There will be a lot of losses in your life. Sense the loss, and you should be able to understand that this is a part of the life, and you should be able to move on. And you should also enjoy every moment in life, every stages of life. Don't think this stage is bad, because teenagers always have this problem that teenage is a very bad time because it's a crucial time for them, studies and a lot of burden to them. But enjoy every stages of your life. That's the main theme of the poem. He senses his first responsibility. What responsibility is referred here? Over here, he is sensing the responsibility of the sense of loss. He is realizing that in life something will be lost, okay, and you should be able to overcome that. So he's realizing the sense of loss or sense of responsibility or sense of understanding. All these things he's sensing. He's understanding that things will be lost, memories, childhood, stages of life, but it's actually good because you're going to come to the next part of the latter part of the life. What is the epistemology of a loss? I've told you the meaning of the word epistemology. Epistemology means basically the knowledge of loss. So over here he was able to know the knowledge. He got knowledge, okay, in life I will be losing something. Initially it was a ball, and then later it is the childhood days. So he realized the knowledge. He got the knowledge that in life something or the other will be losing. So now he's learning. What is the boy learning? The boy is learning that we will be losing something or the other in life. Okay, so he's got the knowledge of loss. Now what is he supposed to do? He should be able to stand up in life, and he should move forward. He should have that inner person life. All these luxury items will go on, but you should have the inner peace in your mind and you should move on. I find that this last question, epistemology of loss, is very important question. Ensure you know the answer before you go for your examination. So that's all. I hope I've covered the whole poem, poetry device, and the important question. Hope it was useful for you. If it was, don't forget to subscribe, like and share it with your friends. It will be really helpful for all of them. Okay, thank you. Bye until we see in the next video. Bye.